Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. I've made videos before on how many at the quote-unquote top of medicine, science, healthcare, the supposed experts, seem absolutely fixated on mRNA technology being on many different future treatments for a range of different illnesses, because most of us were not even familiar with mRNA technology 5 years ago. And of course, we all know what's happened over the last few years. So I want to keep on sharing more and more information as it comes out because things are moving quite fast. Let me share this very recent article with you published within the last few days. So here we have a piece published on the Imperial College London website, which is one of the biggest and most well-financed universities in the United Kingdom. First UK patients receive experimental mRNA therapy for cancer. Cancer patients in the UK are receiving a new therapeutic to help their bodies recognize and fight cancer cells as part of a global trial. The first UK patients have received the experimental mRNA therapy. The trial aims to evaluate its safety and potential for treating melanoma, lung cancer, and other solid tumor cancers. So what is the purpose of this research? Because those are very serious cancers indeed. Well, they're thinking of them as cancer jabs, and they have the potential, according to this article, to make conventional immunotherapy more effective. The Mobilise trial is run in partnership between Imperial College London and Imperial College Local Healthcare Trust and the National Institute for Health and Care Research, Imperial Clinical Research Body. The primary aim of this study is to assess if this new mRNA therapy is safe and tolerated by patients. And they're also seeing whether the treatments can actively shrink the tumors. So what are the lead scientists saying, and who are the patients? Well, we have one clinician scientist here saying new mRNA-based cancer immunotherapies offer a new avenue for recruiting the patient's own immune system to fight cancer. The research is still in the early stages. We're only able to do this kind of research thanks to our patient volunteers. And they have an 81-year-old man here from Surrey, which is very close to where I grew up. And he unfortunately has treatment-resistant malignant melanoma. So why is this something that the UK government and the healthcare service want to address? Well, according to this piece, nearly 1 in 2 people in the UK will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. They talk about the technicalities of the study, including whether the patients are receiving mRNA alone or mRNA with different types of chemotherapy. This trial at Imperial is a brilliant example of the pioneering work happening at hospitals up and down the country. The trial is being undertaken through the Moderna-UK Strategic Partnership, which is bringing mRNA jab manufacturing to the UK and building resilience to future health emergencies. There's a 10-year partnership with the government, and Moderna has also committed substantial investment to research and development, which includes running a large number of clinical trials, such as this one in the UK. So there you go then, preparing for future health emergencies. When you read a line like that, what else could it possibly mean, apart from preparing for a future infectious pandemic? But as for this particular trial, I hope for the sake of the patients who are afflicted with a terrible illness, I hope the trial goes well. I really do. But when I read a story like this, I have a few thoughts that I would like to share with you. Firstly, government contracts like this are extremely lucrative. We're talking about tens, hundreds of millions of dollars changing hands. And obviously, I've talked a lot about the situation in the United States where the conflicts of interest are a lot more open in a way. We get to see them. We can't do much about it, but we can see exactly what's going on and things are declared. But I really hope in the United Kingdom, with these types of contract, whoever has made the decision, whoever the ministers are, that it is openly known whether or not they have any other financial conflicts. That is really important to know. Do any ministers at the top stand to benefit financially from these deals with big pharmaceutical companies? Because let's just do the maths for a second. We are talking about an illness where, according to the article, they are saying 1 in 2 people might get cancer. And make no doubt, the people at the top, as corrupted as they are very smart with money, and they know how to bet on a future trend. And I am sure that many people at the top who stand to financially benefit know that mRNA technologies for an illness like cancer which is so widespread, tragically, a lot of money can be made if mRNA technology starts to show any sort of positive result, or rather, if they design a study that shows a positive result in the patients. But as for the millions or maybe even billions of dollars being spent, I guess it's too much to ask governments across the Western world to think to themselves, well, okay, we will form these pharmaceutical partnerships, but why not invest a little bit of money on cleaner food, making real whole food, organic food more affordable, helping farmers out, eliminating all the toxins in our environment, all of the pro-inflammatory compounds that we routinely ingest and are all around us. Why not spend a fraction of that money cleaning up our food and our surrounding environment? I guess that would be way too difficult. Then I have the concern, knowing how things work in the world of healthcare, medicine, and pharmaceutical companies, about whether patients will really know the true benefits of what they are receiving. I've talked many times before about statistical concepts, data manipulation not being entirely open, how a pharmaceutical company or a medical journal can take what is in effect a tiny, tiny result and use statistical manipulation basically to magnify that result by talking about relative risk reduction instead of absolute risk reduction, by failing to really talk about number needed to treat. And you have a very vulnerable group of people. This is so tragic. Patients afflicted with cancer. And the medical establishment, indeed the whole scientific establishment, if it was doing its job, should be absolutely honest with these people, because I see it all the time. Patients afflicted with cancer being subjected to treatments, infusions, etc. Why not be honest with patients? Show them the real data. This treatment that you are receiving, what are the true benefits? How much will it extend your life by? Will it only be a few days? Will it only be a few weeks? And will you be utterly miserable during that time because of side effects? In an ethical world, we would be totally honest with patients who are already in a horrible position, not give anybody false hope or false expectations. And the oncology field is rife for pharmaceutical companies to take advantage of this. And my final thought is this. When they're talking about this particular treatment as a cancer jab, does that mean that it is only going to be given to patients who already have cancer? Or will they eventually try to roll it out to quote unquote high-risk patients, which I'm sure could mean a lot more people, thousands, maybe even millions more people? We have to know where this is heading and whether it is going to come with a whole host of other medical issues if we're ultimately giving it to people before they have a disease. That is what a jab is. So I'm not even sure why they're calling it that in the first place, because if it's given after the cancer diagnosis, it is in effect a type of chemotherapy, but they're clearly marketing this as a cancer jab. So those are my thoughts then. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you are thinking. Remember, unfortunately, huge swathes of the medical establishment are very corrupted indeed, and many of the quote-unquote top leaders do not wake up every morning with the thought, how can I improve the health and well-being of my fellow citizens? They have dollar signs in their eyes or pound signs, or whatever country you're in. They are following the money. They are not in this for the true health and well-being of their fellow citizens. So the best thing you can do for yourself and your family is to stay empowered, get educated from a wide variety of sources so that you can make your own truly informed healthcare decisions. Thanks everyone again. Check out my Health Academy. That link is down below. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. That really helps with the algorithm and getting these videos shared as widely as possible. We will speak again next time.